My name is Scot Stearman. I am a sculptor, or so people tell me. I started sculpting in the early 80s, fell in love with it. I've just kind of been going ever since. I was always aware of the story. Every sculpture has a story. It connects my client not just to a piece of art, but the piece of art reflects who they are. In the end, when I take my hands off of it and walk away, every day I fade more and more into the background. And if I do my job well, the art will survive and continue to communicate that message, whatever it is, for years and years and years. I tell my story one time, and then when it leaves my hands, every time somebody looks at it, I'm telling my story again. I hate the attitude of artists that the world is there to serve me. And I embrace the attitude that the role of an artist is to serve the world. I was contacted by the manager of Marymount Castle in Manitou Springs. She said, I have a project for you. She told me I was going to meet the family of this girl who had died tragically, and it was in the news. It was a big deal in Colorado Springs because it was such a tragic death of such a beautiful girl. I sat there with Clelia, Whitney's mom, Marina, Whitney's little sister, and Wes, her twin brother, Whitney's twin brother. It was probably less than a year since the accident where Whitney died. Here's a family who'd lost their 19-year-old college freshman daughter, and they wanted to create a memorial capturing Whitney in flight because she was always jumping and always laughing, and I had lots of photographs of her jumping in the air and throwing her arms over her head. She was so full of life. Whitney died in an accident that involved fire, and it was really, really horrific. When that tragedy happened, everybody heard about it and nobody could do anything. I was given the gift of being able to share the path with this family for a while. And I was given the gift of being able to respond. I could actually do something tangible with my hands that might help the process of healing and grief for this family. Clelia, Whitney's mom, we'd talked about her coming up to the foundry for the final finishing of the bronze, but that process involves a big, noisy, violent flame out of a big burner. And so I told Clelia, I said, you need to know on the front that the patina process involves fire, and it's noisy, it feels violent, the flame is big, and you'll feel the heat. And so she dealt with that and was okay. The day of finishing the sculpture came, I invited her to come with that understanding. I told the people at the unveiling, I said, Whitney, her memory will now outlive all of us because we've put her memory in a permanent, tangible form of bronze and marble. It just feels natural and right to come alongside people with art. Her story is so much bigger than the artist. The artist is just an instrument. I'm nobody. I'm just trying to tell a story.